Hello, my name is Stuart Jameson, and this video presents DeepSeeColor, a real-time adaptive color correction algorithm based on deep learning methods and designed for use on board autonomous underwater vehicles. Compared to images captured in air, underwater images are typically of lower quality, oversaturated in blue, and undersaturated in red. As seen in the footage at the top, the appearance of an underwater target changes with the range from the camera to the target. This causes problems for autonomous underwater vehicles because they rely on appearance matching for more sophisticated tasks like place recognition, object detection, and tracking. Thus, it is important to be able to reconstruct the true color images shown below. This poor image quality is the result of two key phenomena in underwater image formation. The first is spectrally selective light attenuation. As light reflected by a target travels towards the camera's image sensor, its intensity decays due to absorption and scattering. However, these effects attenuate some wavelengths of light much more than others, resulting in the rapid loss of red, orange, and yellow light from underwater imagery. The second phenomena is backscattering, which is when light from various sources, such as the sun, reflects off particulate in the water and mixes with light reflected from the target. This creates a haze over the image, the color of which depends on the camera depth and optical properties of the water body in question. To reconstruct the true color of underwater images, we follow a standard two-step approach. The first step is backscatter removal, which produces an image free from the haze caused by backscattering. The second step is color deattenuation, whereby scaling the color channels of an image appropriately recovers the true colors of the scene. The backscatter and deattenuation factor images are well modeled as functions of the depth map, which describes the distance from the camera to each point visible in the image. In particular, prior work has found that double exponential models can accurately estimate backscatter and spectrally selective light attenuation across a wide range of lighting conditions and water body characteristics. To capture this variation, each of these models has 8 unknown parameters for each of the 3 RGB color channels. There has been significant progress in the development of algorithms which can identify the best model parameters from an image, enabling color correction that is robust and adaptive to changing conditions. However, the leading algorithm for this purpose, see-through, requires expensive image processing operations, making it too slow to feasibly run on an image stream in real time on board an AUV. We therefore sought to develop a more efficient approach to enable robust in-situ autonomy. To this end, we developed neural networks with novel architectures and activation functions to represent the state-of-the-art image formation model described earlier. We further developed differentiable loss functions that enable using backpropagation and stochastic gradient descent to learn the model parameters, thus replacing the more costly operations used by see-through. We call our approach DeepSeeColor, and it can be easily implemented using popular deep learning frameworks such as PyTorch. In our experiments, we observed that DeepSeeColor achieved strong performance on the see-through dataset. When compared to a baseline contrast stretching algorithm, we can see that DeepSeeColor is much better at reconstructing the color of distant targets. A quantitative analysis of the grayscale reconstruction error derived from the color calibration targets visible in some images similarly finds that DeepSeeColor achieves comparable results to see-through, the current state of the art. On imagery collected by our AUV platform during reef survey missions conducted in the US Virgin Islands, we found DeepSeeColor could efficiently recover the vibrant colors and details of the reef, as seen when comparing the raw imagery at the top to the color reconstructed imagery below. We also investigated the computational cost and complexity of our algorithm. We found that on a discrete GPU, DeepSeeColor could process imagery at up to 60 Hz independent of image resolution as long as the GPU had sufficient memory. We note that this represents the total cost of processing an image and performing a gradient update on the network parameters. Thus, if the model parameters are relatively stable, inference could be performed at a higher rate. Furthermore, we found that DeepSeeColor enabled better parallelization across CPU or GPU cores than see-through or even a simple contrast stretching algorithm. This gives DeepSeeColor superior scalability on higher-end processors and higher resolution inputs. In conclusion, we present DeepSeeColor as an algorithm to enable real-time color correction on-board AUVs that is robust to varying target ranges and lighting conditions, while producing outputs of comparable quality to the state-of-the-art offline algorithms. In upcoming field experiments, we plan to measure the impact of color correction on AUV performance in more sophisticated autonomous tasks like target tracking.